Yo guys, what's going on? It's your boy King7 here, back with another video. Before we get into this video, I just want to remind you all, the kings and queens, and I hope you all having a very blessed day. And I'm back with another mock draft Monday. And yesterday it was your boy's birthday, so if you could drop a like on this video for your boy and turn in 22 years young. I know I probably look a lot younger than that, but hey, that'll be a good thing later down the road, you know? But we are back with another mock draft, and there's been some signings already going on, free agency. If we look up the actual start of free agency, is it today? Is today the official, I don't think teams can make the signings official start. I think it's the 17th start of free agency, NFL. It might be today, I don't know. This is 17th. So the legal tampering period begins today at 12, March 15th. So yeah, because I saw Kenny Golladay is getting meetings with the Giants and stuff like that, and we already saw Jonnu Smith signed with the Patriots, and Kevin Zeitler went to the Ravens, and there's been a lot of signings, and a lot of these mock drafts are going to start to change with free agency, especially upcoming. That's the main thing. There's going to be a lot of players moving from team to team. A lot of teams made cuts, of key pieces and stuff like that. But here, first overall, the Jacksonville Jaguars, I don't think they've yet to make any bold moves or any moves at all up until this point. So I do think they are going to continue to go down the path of taking Trevor Lawrence, number 1 overall. There's a lot of people, a lot of analysts that are starting to say that Zach Wilson, he's shown shades of Aaron Rodgers, Patty Mahomes, just that it's just the effortless motion of the throw, just the way he could throw it, the different types of angles, the velocity he has on it, the accuracy, all that type of stuff. A lot of people are comparing him. His pro comparison would be like a Rodgers or a Patty Mahomes, but I still think regardless, the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be taking Trevor Lawrence. But then that leaves the Jets in a very complex situation. You got Sam Darnold. I think at this point, you trade him away, get a third. I don't know if a team would give up a second for him, or maybe a third and a fourth, maybe a future second, something like that. But I think you try to get rid of him and you draft Zach Wilson. The hype on this guy, I feel like every single day, the hype just continues to increase and increase. And with the 3rd overall pick, we have the Miami Dolphins, who got rid of Kyle Van Noy. So some people are maybe they'll take edge here, or probably not. But I still think they still got to go wide receiver in this situation, because there's 3 bona fide number 1 receivers that they're going to be number 1 receivers in this league. You might want to hate on that. I saw people saying Jalen Waddle has never had this crazy statistical career in college. Jamar Chase sat out this last year, so how do we know he's about? Devontae Smith, he's frail, this and that. Listen, these 3 guys at the top of the wide receiver class, they're special, all right? And I'm really confident in saying that. And it's just it's your pick of the bunch, Dolphins, I've seen people say that they might go with a Devontae or Jalen Waddle, because he might already have that established connection with Tua Tagovailoa. But regardless, I think they go Jamar Chase. I do think they go Jamar Chase. I think he's basically everyone's number 1 rated wide receiver in the draft class. And we are with the Falcons, number 4. I have seen this as a very popular trade pick, where they trade down to a team maybe the Panthers or the Broncos, and those teams take quarterbacks. But I think in this situation, the Atlanta Falcons will be taking a quarterback, and I do think that quarterback is Justin Fields. Now, when you take a look at my mock draft up until this point, 3 of the 4 top picks are quarterbacks. When's the last time we've seen that? I really can't remember the last time we ever saw. I know it was Luck, Griffin, and I'm telling you, I don't think we've ever seen 3 quarterbacks taken in the first 4 picks. At number 5, imagine the Bengals traded Joe Burrow and drafted another quarterback, but obviously it's never gonna happen ever. But they're taking Penei Sewell. This is the perfect landing spot for Penei Sewell, and this is the perfect draft pick for the Cincinnati Bengals. You want to be able to just beef up that O-line, get protection for your quarterback, Joe Burrow. I think he really is the quarterback of the future for that organization. Just the overall confidence, the overall swagger he brings to the game. I think he's a true leader, and he embraces that leadership role, whether it comes with criticism or it comes with praises. I think he just loves that type of role, and I think it suits him perfectly. At number 6 on the clock, we do have the Philadelphia Eagles, who their top need apparently is quarterback and linebacker. Linebacker, I know quarterback, I think they're going to go Jalen Hurts. I know they've said openly, they're like, we're looking to bring in another guy for some competition for Jalen Hurts. But I think ultimately what Jalen Hurts showed down at the end of the season last year, I think it'll be enough to get him through training camp, beat out whoever the other opposition is contending for the starting quarterback spot. I think he'll be the starting quarterback. With that being said, I do think they take receiver now. It's just whether they take Devontae Smith or Jalen Waddle. I think they take Devontae Smith. I think they go with the surefire product because they've missed on receivers pretty badly lately. So they're gonna go with the guy that they saw put up the crazy stats in comparison to the guy that he's coming off a little bit of an injury. But nonetheless, number 7, the Detroit Lions. This could be a wide receiver taken. This really could. It looks like Kenny Galladay's on the way out. Like I would say, he's like 80-85%, maybe even higher than that. He's on the way out. So what does that leave you with? I know Marvin Jones is also a free agent, if I'm not mistaken. So basically, I just depending what happens in free agency, depending how comfortable they are with their current weapons, I think would dictate on whether they go wide receiver or not. Because they could try picking up some other receivers on a cheap contract. I could see like an Emmanuel Sanders maybe landing up here, some type of player like that. But I think they are going to sign a wide receiver in free agency. And they're going to end up taking Kwity Paye, edge rusher at 7. Comment down below, Lions fans, what do you think about that? I know they made some questionable signs. I think they did overpay. They just signed Tyrell Williams. So I guess that's their wide receiver. And they just signed, was it an edge rusher? Okafor, something like that? I heard they overpaid him tremendously. But I heard both the Lions signings so far have not been the best. Now we have the Carolina Panthers. This is a team I could definitely see taking a quarterback. I definitely could. And then him and Teddy Bridgewater just battle it out. So with that being said, I got Trey Lance going number 8 overall to the Carolina Panthers. And I know early on in my mock drafts, a lot of Panthers fans would be mad at me when I wouldn't give them a quarterback. So I think they'll be happy with Trey Lance. I think Trey Lance is going to be this. I don't know who's going to be the best quarterback out of this draft class. I can't tell you. But I think Trey Lance is going to be up there. He's going to be competing to be known as the best quarterback in this draft class years down the road. Now, number 9, we got the Denver Broncos. I could also see them taking quarterback. The top need apparently is quarterback. Drew Lock. I like him for his personality. I like his flair. I like what the energy he brings to the table. But I don't think he's that man. I don't think he's that guy. And the next ranked quarterback, let's go. Let's take a look. Positions, quarterback, Mac Jones. But Mac Jones at number 9. I could see them maybe going a Kellen Mond, in the 3rd round, and have him compete with Drew Lock. But in this point in time, I just don't see them being not that they'd be that desperate to take Mac Jones at 9, but just that severity of need. I could see them bringing in a Gardner Minshew, kind of a quarterback, has got 2-3 years under his belt to compete with Drew Lock for the starting quarterback role. With that being said, they need corner. So we're going to go corner. We're going to go Caleb Farley. Dude, Patrick Surtain, I remember this was roles reversed. Patrick Surtain was a top 10 prospect, but now it's looking like Caleb Farley's top 10. So we're getting him Caleb Farley. Now we have the Dallas Cowboys, and I think they got to restructure the offensive line. I know almost every single mock draft, I've given them Patrick Surtain, right? That's just facts. It says an interior defensive lineman, corner, and safety. But I would give him Rashawn Slater. I really think I'd give him Rashawn Slater. I don't know if that's a bad pick that I'll look back at it and be that was a bad pick or not. But let's go ahead and let's give him Rashawn Slater, tackle out of Northwestern. I don't see that being bad at all. You want to protect Dak. We don't know how mobile Dak's going to be able to be coming off this very, very serious injury. Their defense definitely is struggling, definitely needs a lot of pieces. But I think they're going to look to, because you can't really get a good tackle necessarily at a cheap price, or at least the price you're about to pay this first rounder in the free agency market. So I think they'll address corner and interior defensive lineman and safety, or at least later in the draft. But when you can get a premier tackle like this, top 10, you take them. So now my favorite team, the Giants, on the clock at number 11. We need linebacker. We do need literally every position here. We need linebacker. We need wide receiver. I don't think we would have taken Rashawn Slater. I don't think we did. I mean, he does have a history in playing guard, but we do need a guard, and I don't think we take a guard at 11. I could see us addressing the guard position in free agency as well. Edge, we definitely need. We definitely need edge. I would say edge, linebacker, wide receiver. Those are three very, very much needed positions. I would say edge is probably our biggest need. Jason Owe. Maybe if Kwity Paye was here, I could see him taking Kwity Paye. But nonetheless, ooh, this is tough. Blake Martinez, we got Tay Crowder. How are we feeling about him? Carter Coughlin. A lot of Giants fans just want to see the popular pick of Jalen Waddle. But this, Kenny Golladay is literally might be like 10 minutes away from me. He might be meeting with the Giants right now as we speak. So whether we sign him or not, whether we even have the money to make that happen, I don't know. With Leo Williams wanting like $25 million a year, I don't know what's going on there. But Kyle Pitts also will be very interesting. But I think let's just go Jalen Waddle. If Jalen Waddle falls to us at 11, that's an A+ draft pick right there. You cannot complain about that. Now with the San Francisco 49ers on the clock, this is also another team I could see trading up. But I don't think they're taking Mac Jones at 12. I don't think Mac Jones is that significantly better than Jimmy Garoppolo. If I was the Niners, I'm going all in. I'm sending all assets and getting Deshaun Watson. That's what I'm doing if I'm the Niners. Because I think they'll be Super Bowl contenders for years to come with Deshaun Watson. But at number 12, they need a quarterback, wide receiver, and corner. They definitely don't need a lineman. I mean, how am I saying a lineman? They definitely don't need a linebacker. So I meant to say, excuse me. But let's give him Patrick Surtain, corner out of Alabama. Now we got 13. The Chargers are on the clock. And Hunter Henry, did they franchise tag him? Hold on. I think they let him walk, right? They did not franchise tag him. Let me just make sure I'm right. Hunter Henry, franchise tag. I don't think they franchise tagged him. He won't. So there you go. He won't rule out a return to the Chargers, and Hunter Henry is open to signing new Chargers contract. I love quarterback Justin Herbert. Chargers decline franchise tag for Hunter Henry. What does it mean? If you saw what Jonnu Smith just got in the free agent market, he got like $50 million, something like that, like a lot of money he got. And I think Hunter Henry's on the same type of level, so I don't think the Chargers are going to look to pay that. So I think they take Kyle Pitts, and I think this is a phenomenal draft pick for the Chargers. Now in 14, we have the Minnesota Vikings. They need guard, interior defensive lineman, and edge. I just can't see Micah Parsons continue to fall down this much. This is like he's the 6th ranked prospect. Like what team here would have taken him that I messed up? Maybe the that's what I'm saying. I could have seen the Panthers maybe traded with the 49ers to get Trey Lance, and then the Panthers at 12 would have taken Micah Parsons. But with that being said, 14, they need a guard, interior defensive lineman, and edge. So, are you telling me Micah Parsons would be a bad pick here? Will he be a bad pick? What the 200-foot he could do as a blitzer is going to be a weapon. I think I'm giving, in all honesty, but Christian Barmore is there also. Will they take Christian Barmore? I'm going to give Micah Parsons 14 to the Vikings. I think he's too talented to pass up on at that position. Now we have the Patriots. You just gave Cam a new contract. You just signed Jonnu Smith. So that Kyle Pitts Patriots dynamic is just kind of out the window now. So they still do need wide receiver for sure. I think now they focus on wide receiver, and that's why Kyle Pitts is so amazing, because Kyle Pitts is kind of like a combo to a tight end wide receiver. But I could see them going wide receiver, and I'm going to give them Rashad Bateman out of Minnesota. This guy, what do you run, like a 4.3, 4.35 something? I just 40. He's just blazing with speed, that man. Now number 16, we have the Arizona Cardinals. It says they need a wide receiver. You got D-Hop, you got Kirk, you got Isabella. You might need tight end. I will give you need tight end. Kyle Pitts would be a perfect fit right here as well. But we're getting you interior defensive lineman Christian Barmore. I wonder what the Cardinals are going to do. They have both their corners as free agents. They got Reddick as a free agent. So we'll see what happens over there with the Cardinals. They got a lot of iffy pieces moving around there. Now we got the Las Vegas Raiders, who seem to just, I don't know what they're ever doing. They're making good strides, then they'll trade away a piece here and there, and you're just like, what are you doing? You're rebuilding, or it's just all confusing from the Raiders, if I'm being honest. But if they had to take someone, I'm giving them Christian Darrisaw right here, my man out of Virginia Tech. I've seen this guy go as high as like 8 or 6 in mock drafts. Very, very talented. Now we have the Dolphins with their second pick in the first round. I had them taking Jamar Chase. Oh, Darrisaw would have been a perfect pick for them. The top need is tackle, guard, interior defensive lineman. This is tough. Javon Jenkins. I think I would have him taking Elijah Vera Tucker over Jenkins. because he's got mobility, tackle guard. I'm taking Vera Tucker. So 19, we have the Washington football team. Quarterback, wide receiver, tackle. And here I think is where the man Mac Jones go. They did sign Heineke. I don't think they're bringing back Alex Smith, but they did sign Heineke to a 2-year, $8 million contract. If I'm not mistaken, he did give the Buccaneers their toughest playoff game this past season. So, hey, he might be a stud, diamond in the rough. I hope he is. I wish him the best of luck. I think him and Mac Jones battling it out at minicamp, training camp. That would be a really, really good thing to see. And number 20, we have the Bears, who also need quarterback. My thing is, like, Mitchell Trubisky wasn't he like Bears fans that watch every Bears play, that you're a fan. Let me know, like, Mitchell Trubisky, like, 2 years ago, wasn't he, like, in the Pro Bowl? And then when they benched him, the team was, like, 4-1 or 5-1 for Nick Foles. I get that their offense wasn't being super productive, but I don't know. I mean, if he was able to get that good of a record, why would you bench a guy like that? It's kind of a little confusing. But it seems like if they were willing to bench him when he's 4-1 or 5-1, they're not interested in him being the face of the franchise. So I have him taking Kyle Trask at 20, and that leaves us with the Indianapolis Colts. I think they're going to be a very, very interesting team to keep an eye on for this season. We'll see if Wentz, that was literally Wentz's perfect landing spot. To play behind that offensive line, it's going to be good. You might see the old Carson Wentz come back. They don't need quarterback. They need edge, it says, so we're going to give them Jason Owe out of Penn State. Then we got number 22 on the clock, the Tennessee Titans. Guard and edge. I just gave them an edge. So, guard. Gregory Rousseau's here. I remember Gregory Rousseau was like a top 10, top 10 prospect at some point. But yeah, we'll give him edge. We could definitely give him edge. Azeez or Gregory Rousseau? I think Azeez is probably the more. Everyone's saying like Gregory Rousseau might be a bust, man, or he might be a huge hit. Let's see what they're saying here. Yet another opt-out. He didn't play. Rousseau has the tools to be a top 5 pick, but it's hard to bank on him early. Only after 1 year of college football, his absurd length and versatility will be a selling point for teams. That's what I'm saying, based off 1 year of production. But when he was producing at that rate, was like 18, 19 years old, which is crazy. But Azeez Ojulari was one of the biggest risers with his play in 2020. He's the best pure speed rusher in the class and will threaten with the edge. He finished his redshirt sophomore season with a 91.7. Yeah, we're giving them Azeez. Azeez, you're going to the Titans. That should replace. I don't think they're bringing back Jadeveon Clowney, of course, so that would be a good replacement for him. I know he missed a lot of this back end of the season, anyways. So the Jets, we gave him quarterback. They still need wide receiver, edge, and corner. Rondale Moore would be very, very good. But a lot of Jets fans, they're like, yo, we got wide receivers. We got Jameson Crowder, Denzel Mims. Who's the other kid? I don't even know. But Jets fans be telling me they got wide receivers. So edge or corner. I think this is where Gregory Rousseau goes. And this could be a huge hit. A huge hit for the Jets. If they take Zach Wilson and Gregory Rousseau, the potential of those two players, they really might turn around the Jets franchise. Now we got the why am I keep saying the Patriots for every random team? We got the Steelers, Pittsburgh Steelers. They QB guard safety. They're taking Trevon Moehrig. The guy just skyrocketing all up every single mock draft. He just, every single time we see him, every single time there's a pair of eyes from scouts on him, he just seems to get praise and so much praise from so many other people. The Jaguars with their second pick in the first round. We gave Trevor Lawrence. They need edge, corner, and safety. Edge, corner, and safety. J.C. Horn is not bad. J.C. Horn is really, really not bad. Where's Kadarius Toney? I feel like he fell a little bit in the rankings. But we're going to give him J.C. Horn to Jacksonville Jaguars. J.C. Horn and C.J. Henderson should be a really, really interesting combination of two players. Young, but definitely promising. C.J. Henderson, I think he had a pretty solid rookie season. Now the Browns. Top need wide receiver? No. Linebacker, this is perfect. The guy who won Best Linebacker Award in college last season, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, now with the 27th pick in the draft of the Baltimore Ravens, wide receiver, a guard, and a safety. I mean, like a lot of experts have been saying, I don't think they're going to be able to attract the big-name wide receivers to want to go to the Baltimore Ravens, considering they are the most run-heavy, basically, team in the NFL. They led the league in rushing yards like last 3 seasons. So I think you're going to just have to find your talent through the draft. I think Rondale Moore is your man. I think it's a perfect landing spot for both Rondale Moore and the Baltimore Ravens. Is he going to be a number one? Who knows? But him and Marquise Brown, you're giving Lamar a lot more options instead of relying on old Willie Snead. Willie Snead did get the job done, don't get me wrong. But I think Rondale Moore, Marquise Brown, Willie Snead, and Mark Andrews, it's a much, much better lineup. And now at number 28, we have the New Orleans Saints. Drew Brees just announced his retirement today. And when you go and look at quarterbacks, they're not taking David Mills in the first round. It's just not happening. They're not taking Jamie Newman in the first round. So I think they're going to have to either get, honestly, I could see like a Jacoby Brissett showing up and playing here. But in all honesty, they need quarterback. This is tough. This is very tough. Maybe let's give him Asante Samuel Jr. But guys, I want to know from Saints fans, what do you think this pick should really be? Maybe trade this and 7 firsts for Deshaun Watson? Maybe. But let's give him Asante Samuel Jr. Now number 29 on the clock are the Green Bay Packers, who just re-signed Aaron Jones to a very lucrative contract. And they still do need wide receivers. I don't think they're going to address it in free agency. So I'm going to go ahead and give them Kadarius Toney over Elijah Moore. Number 30 on the clock is the Buffalo Bills. They need tackle and corner. I mean, look how perfectly that lines up for them. Tevin Jenkins is right there. But, if Tevin Jenkins got taken there, I feel like the Chiefs would be a little tight. I think they would really want Tevin Jenkins, but so I'm taking Tevin Jenkins. Maybe there would be a quick swap of picks right there. But the Chiefs on the clock just got rid of their 2 tackles, Fisher and Schwartz. So they're going tackle. They're 100% going tackle. Where they go Sam Cosmi, Alex Leatherwood, Dylan Raduns. What are they saying about this man? He tore his ACL early in his redshirt freshman campaign. He started every game for the Bison since then with 24 career pressures allowed, 715 pass blocking snaps. He's undersized, listed at 299, and it's worrisome that he already showed up on tape against FCS competition. He doesn't have a naturally large frame and arrived at North Dakota State at only 265. If he could continue to fill out, he's shown the explosiveness and agility to be a starting caliber tackle. I think that's what you need. You need a very mobile tackle, especially with Patty Mahomes. Patty Mahomes can move around in the pocket, so you need a guy mobile. But what are they saying about Samuel Cosmi? What are they saying? Cosmi's been one of the most tested tackles in the country and has improved every single year. He allowed 8 pressures on 368. And this guy's allowed what? He's allowed 24 on 715. I don't know. I think at this point you got to go with the higher rated tackle, right? Dylan Raduns. He might be the bigger risk, but hey, you got to risk it for the biscuit sometimes. And now with the final pick on the clock, I don't know why it says, Pro Football Focus. Get your stuff in check, man. They just re-signed Tom Brady to a contract. Quarterback is not the number one need, all right? It's disrespectful. They did an interior defensive lineman. I don't think they're re-signing Sue. They could on a cheap contract. That would be great. They just re-signed Shaq Barrett, so I don't think they necessarily need edge. Interior defensive lineman, what are we seeing? They might go running back. They really might go running back. But you do have Peyton Barber. I don't think they're re-signing Leonard Fournette, but I could see running back in their future. To Travis Etienne. Because Peyton Barber isn't known to be a receiving back. So let's give him Travis Etienne. You guys could definitely comment down below if you think it's a very, very stupid pick. Travis Etienne goes to the Bucks. Now let's see. The grading is in progress, guys. As I learned, the grading from this website doesn't even matter. But I did get a lot of A+, A's, D- for the Kwity Paye, which I do agree is a little bit of a sus pick. C-, C+, B. Is there any other like D's? Let's see. No, I got a lot of A+. D- overall for the Lions. But where's my overall, like, what are we saying overall, though? They don't give an overall full results? Nah, I wanted leaderboard. What's leaderboard? What? The average of these teams? I'm so confused. My results, I want to see. But usually they give you, like, a grade, like, overall grade, not just that team overall, because I only had one pick. All right, well, I guess they switched it up, whatever. Guys, obviously, feel free to comment down anything down below. Anything you disagree with me, anything you think I should be educated on, just let me know. If you guys did enjoy this mock draft, I think on Monday I'll be doing another one, or on Wednesday or Thursday I'll be doing another one after all the big main free agency signings happen. If you did overall enjoy the episode, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe on this video. It's been your boy, Kingstar7. I'm out. Peace.